There we go. And just coming into our presentation. So this, as I've mentioned, this is our fourth series. And our speakers today will be focusing on how to digitize your business. And as you can see on the screen there, the past three webinars that we've had, the first one, we're looking at how businesses can evolve their business perspective during and beyond COVID-19. And we also then went deep into introducing the concept of mindfulness for businesses and obviously the benefits of that. And last week, we also focused a bit more and went deeper into mindfulness, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in the next couple of minutes. And our speaker for last week was talking around business, the options for business rescue for businesses in crisis. And this is really what's left of our series. So please do stay in touch with us so that you don't miss out on any of these. So to come right into mindfulness, I mean, as a continuation, and really our intention is to share tools with businesses that they can introduce in the workplace. We've spoken about mindful meditation, group guided meditation, which is something that we do offer as well for businesses. We spend a lot of time around breathing and breathing exercises and checking in, as I'd invited you just to check in with yourselves, and please do share with us. It'd be very interesting to see where everybody's at during this time of the day. And also your intention. I'm really curious to hear what your intentions are for this webinar. It also helps us obviously plan better and give you exactly what you need. One of the other tools is obviously gratitude. There's always something to be grateful about, which is also something that can be incorporated as part of a mindfulness practice, and starting meetings with a mindfulness activity as we did. And there's many of these activities that businesses can explore, and also setting quiet spaces for mindfulness. But specifically for this week, we're going to be focusing on what I've highlighted here, which is mindful movement or mindful movement meditation, also known as yoga. And I mean, obviously, as we prepare for these webinars, we always like to get as much information, especially around global trends. And one thing that's becoming very apparent is that mindfulness should no longer be considered as a nice to have. It has become a necessity, especially when we're looking at what's happening around the world. And stress is a big issue in the workplace. Stress is a big issue in life in general. So it all comes back to wellness. It all comes back to the wellness of your employees and finding tools to be able to manage the stress so that things don't get very bad, especially for businesses. And I think as we are preparing and as the country has been going back to economic activities, employees are nervous about going back. I know where I come from, it's exactly the case. You know, people are very scared for their lives. There's a lot of stress that's out there. And now more than ever, we need to know the tools to be able to look after ourselves. And what we want to introduce as a practice is yoga or mindful movement in the workplace. And this is definitely something that is gaining momentum in businesses. And there's a lot of benefits that come with having mindfulness practices in the workplace. And the reason why we are also zooming into yoga this today is because on Sunday, we celebrated International Day of Yoga, which took place on the 21st of June. And the theme is all about yoga for harmony and peace. And I think we should all agree there's a lot of negativity that's happening around the world, whether it's gender-based violence, whether it's racism, whether it's, I mean, all kinds, anything that is bad, COVID-19, and what it's calling for. It's calling for us to do things in a different way. And the theme for International Yoga Day this year was all about yoga at home and yoga for health. And obviously we are all social distancing and businesses had to close, such as yoga studios. Tricia and I would be able to share that with you, that we had to close our own yoga studios and actually set up home online yoga resources for our community, and it's been going very, very well. And I would like to also share that experience, because for me, my biggest goal with yoga is to share yoga with my community. And now I've been able to reach even more people as I would have been with a physical space. So that's been very good learning. And I mean, you would find that you have the World Health Organization also mentioning yoga as a means to improve health. And there's a whole drive around an action plan to get people to be physically active and more healthy, just globally. It's becoming more and more of a necessity. But now if we just come back to the benefits of yoga in the workplace, we're starting to see more and more organizations introducing yoga, and this is very beneficial for employee health. And I mean, again, in the battle of lives and livelihoods, and I'll add profits, we need to find the balance. How do we take care of our employees so that businesses can still continue to thrive? And the results of yoga and movement and mindfulness within the businesses have improved company performance. It's also integrating different physical aspects of activities within the business. Also just really helps with corporate and business wellness, mental and physical benefits. And you have big businesses, global businesses, which we keep on mentioning, who are actually introducing these tools as part of their wellness programs, and they are reaping the benefits of improved productivity and increased employee motivation. And I mean, here are some of the benefits where 72% has been reported to boost time management compared to non-workout days. 74% manage their workload better. I think also working remotely at home also comes with a toll, because I mean, you're either managing children, you're managing life at home, at the same time, you must still be focusing on work. 27% are dealing calmly with stress on workout days, and 41% felt more motivated. So there's definitely something that shifts. This is an insurance company actually, where they dedicate an hour to mindful movement. And this is how they do it within their offices. And I mean, just to highlight some of the benefits of introducing mindful movement into the business is obviously increased job satisfaction, decreased absenteeism. And I mean, obviously this is something that we are really worried about as we prepare to go back to work. There's gonna be huge levels of this. Increased productivity, reduced stress levels. It improves your posture, you know, energy, it enhances the energy, and it also diminishes the mental fog that one would experience, especially perhaps during this time of the day. It builds confidence. And I think what is also important is that it promotes leadership in work and life balance. Because we spend a lot of our time at work, but there's also life that we need to balance. And just really some examples of mindfulness in the workplace. And I know the partnership between yoga and organizations seems to be unnatural, but I think the deeper we dive in, the more we'll probably realize that it's actually becoming very natural and quite important. And organizations that care for the well-being of their employees obviously tend to also have employees who automatically want to do more for the organization. And also, you tend to move away from that whole notion of the fittest and dog eats dog mentality, where people are just competing with each other. People end up working with each other instead. So really, it is about changing the culture of the organization at large. We will avail more of these. I mean, this information too. I don't want to go through the whole entire slides just for the interest of time. And I mean, you end up with team members and employees who are happy, who are able to engage positively with each other. People are able to work together. And I mean, it's something that can be available anywhere. All you need is just a quiet space, just to quiet your mind. If you need to move, just to let go of tension, it's just readily available. All you need is a mat. If you don't have a mat, you can just find a floor. And again, just to show some examples of this. But basically, the bottom line is that yoga or mindful movement can help to create healthy, less stressed and motivated employees who are more productive. And obviously, that will be more cost effective for your business. And the benefits far outweigh the expense, of providing yoga, rather than dealing with absenteeism and obviously all the stress related issues that a business would have to incur. And again, just encouraging your employees to take just 10 minutes during the work hour just to practice simple yoga stretches to release tension, just to get some mobility. We spend a lot of time sitting, and most of the time, I know with myself, every day I end up with a sore back. And all I have to do is just twist your back or just move